And welcome back to Let's Play StarFox Adventures with your host, pitmarthroy. In the last episode, we got to the Snowhorn Wastes, freed a couple of the dinosaurs, and now we're looking for a way to get into DarkIce mines, but we're not entirely sure how to do that. If you couldn't tell, by the way, where I started, because it has been a while, at least for me, that was the area that had the dinosaur, or whatever it's called, some kind of horn. Let's see. Blowhorn. Okay, that's pretty lazy. Couldn't give it a fancy name. So where we actually need to take this is the area where we shot down that wooden X. And you remember we couldn't get past this area earlier. But now, if we use it right here... Wow, that's a terrible noise. The music in the background. Every time I hear music like that, it just isn't appropriate, or it sounds like stupid or something like that. I always think of that Family Guy thing where Stewie gets a job following fat people around with a tuba, and he just comes up behind this guy and starts playing the tuba, and he's like, "Stop it! Stop it! I have a glandular problem," and then he just falls over. It's like, that'll be $60. It's stupid, I know. To get the Snowhorn through the blizzard, he will need to be fed alpine roots as you explore. Look on the ground and walk over them to eat. Because that's how you eat, you walk over stuff. But yeah, this is very, very straightforward. And pretty much once you hit one of the alpine roots, you can see the next one pretty easily, so you really have no excuse to fail this at all. Yeah, and you'll notice Tricky runs ahead. We'll lose him in a minute. But anyway, time for update, vlog, crap, whatever. The reason I have not been updating, which I don't know, my schedule might be sort of back to normal now, is because, oh man, you guys have no idea how bad last week was and how bad this week is going to be. I have been absolutely crushed. I don't even know what the word is, like, tormented, something, like crazy with homework and no sleep whatsoever. Because instead of actually getting a lot of time to do my homework and a decent amount of sleep, I've gotten up at 5:30 each morning on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. All in a row.
Tricky? Tricky!
So I've got no time whatsoever. And it's always for a different reason. It's like, oh, we have to go out to the ranch. Oh, you've got to go to Chap Day to see which college you're going to go to, even though you already know which college you're going to go to, because you said you were going to the same college when you were in 8th grade, and you're still sticking by that. Or we've got to run the pro presenter at church in the early service. But whatever the reason, I've gotten no sleep, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do for homework. I've got to write a paper and finish one. Oh, that's right, I still need to get on the mammoth for one other thing. I've got to finish an entire chapter in psychology. I've got to do a full lesson and a full test in Algebra 2. I've got to write a synopsis for advanced biology. Just a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to balance out but wasn't able to because somebody else always thought, oh, well, your time's not that valuable. You clearly need to be doing something else. And my parents always hate it when I don't do, not necessarily what they want, but they have a plan, and I have to work on something else, because I guess they're not used to the fact that I do have my own schedule. Because, you know, when you're 16, it's that point in your life where you actually have your own schedule. You don't have to follow your parents' schedules. And you do have your own work to do. Yes, we get to use this thing again. Sweet. Let's rock and roll. Even though this isn't a race or anything. I just like using these because they're really awesome. So yeah, this is the area where the boulders were coming down on us. So now we're driving through here. Yeah, there would have been a hole right here normally, which is why we couldn't have just gone here first. No map data. Oh no. But yeah, my dad has been going crazy on me. And to make matters worse, whenever I actually do get what little time I do to work, he's like, you really need to get started on your homework. Alright, so I'll get started on homework, and then he'll start vacuuming or something. Like, he always picks something really loud and annoying to do at the worst possible moment. I'm just going to run through these because I can. And he always uses my bathroom early in the morning, so... Because he's like, oh, well, I don't want to wake your mom up. Oh, okay, so we can wake me up? Okay, that's fair. Sure, why not? It's not like I needed any sleep. Slavery! Yeah, the first thing you want to do is just kill these guys, by the way. But the worst part, though, was he was in my bathroom, and he ended up... I thought he ended up not turning off the light, so I went up to go turn the light off. He is sitting there on the toilet, clothed, mind you. He's just sitting on the top of the toilet lid, clipping his toenails onto my bathroom mat. Not even into the trash can. It's like, dude. And then he looks at me and goes, what? I'm like, seriously, what? Shouldn't I be the one asking that question? Whatever. Alright, so we got 2 locks here. One of them is for some elephant's thingamajig cage, and there's one for Turkey. And we don't have the key for either, sadly, so... We're gonna go hunting. Now, I believe there is a staff booster. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you'll hear Turkey making a lot of noise. Just ignore him. Okay. Where is that key? It's probably at the end of this. You know, letting me through would be wonderful. This must be a never-ending switch. There. Victory! And the worst part of all my schedules, by the way, is even though I really, really wanted to, I'm not going to be able to show footage of Skyward Sword the day it comes out, because my parents think my time is, once again, better spent doing something else, like going to Riodosa, when I still have work to do, and I know I'm going to have a lot of homework this week once I finish what I had to do for last week anyway. But this entire week has just been a complete and utter pain, and I know next week will be. Everybody's like, don't you want to go on vacation? I'm like, I'm the kind of guy who my vacation is having other people take a vacation so they're not there. That's my vacation. My vacation is when I get the house to myself for the entire weekend. That's my vacation. Because I can get work done without people interrupting me continuously. It's quiet. The dogs don't bark to get inside because we let them inside during the night during winter because it gets kind of cold. But the dogs don't bark whenever it's only me inside the house because they don't realize I'm there because I don't make noise. But my dad makes a lot of noise, so they always bark for 3 hours straight wanting inside. But enough with ranting. Hopefully everybody else is doing better than I am. Today is, let's see, November the 14th, so it's Monday. Ugh. Monday is actually a day I don't have any school now due to my different schedule. Because the only school days I actually have is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday now. So I've got a really long weekend, but I also have a huge amount of homework, as I just stated earlier. Whenever I actually get time, and people don't constantly interrupt me with, oh, your time's not important, let's do something else, I'm just going to finish off psychology, because psychology is online. I'm just going to finish it off all at once, so I don't have to deal with it. And just have one less thing to worry about. Because I could also do that with English, but English isn't a course where you can just do it all at once. That just doesn't work. As much as I like English, it doesn't work. psychology does, for that matter. And the rest of the classes, they're at a normal pace, so I can't do that for the rest of the classes. But even having one less class to deal with would be much more helpful. Before we go to meet her, it's going to activate a cutscene. No, there's no healing or anything in there, but oh well. Oi!
Who are you?
I am Fox.
I don't
This is
know.
the Crown Prince of the Earthwalkers. We've been
Just
sent
call
by
him
the
Turkey.
Snowhorn Gatekeeper to find the Spellstone. Do you know where it's hidden?
My name is Belina Tay.
Hello.
The gatekeeper is my father. Did he send you to rescue me?
No.
I'm sorry, Belina, but he feels you have betrayed the beliefs of the Gatekeepers. We were only sent to find the Spellstone.
The old fool. I had to save the tribe.
You didn't save the
If it
tribe.
wasn't for my father being a gatekeeper, none of this would have happened in the first place.
Stop backing up. No. Don't shoot the messenger! What am I talking about? They always shoot the messenger. Well, that was a bit pointless. We're gonna rush through this place to not get trapped, and now we're trapped again. Blast! Fox like, whoa!
Belina! Are you there?
Listen carefully. Find a way to the bottom of the mine. I'll meet you there.
What's with the sudden change of heart? Like, okay, I just crashed into a wall. We're good now. We're friends. I do not like this part of the mine. I like the first third and the last third, but the second third, oh man, this part is a nightmare. Okay, so first thing we need to do is not call Tricky. You need to get these off the ceiling. I hate trying to aim this thing because it's got to be very precise. There we go. Alright, so there's that part. Here's the annoying part right here. Essentially, you're going to have to jump across the river before they go over the waterfall. And the platforms are very oddly shaped. And enemy! And don't worry about the ice platforms. They're endless, so there's no point where it'll be like, oh, you've got to go hit the switch again. But it's just, they're really weird to navigate. Because some of them move faster. Get out of here. Hate those things. So you just got to get on this right-hand side, essentially. Fortunately, it didn't take that long. And your time limit's not that bad. It's just really weird navigating through them. Yeah, you can see that's where we got to jump. And there we go. And it usually doesn't take you more than one try. It's just really, really weird. I can never get used to it. And we'll push this down there. There anything else up here? Nope. I'm sure that water's not cold at all. Oh, no, it does hurt you, okay. And now we go this way. I always thought it was... Oh, wait, no, this is a different platform. I was supposed to say I always thought it was weird that you couldn't jump off this little spiral platform, but that's a different one. Get up. And we're just going to run through all this because we can. And honestly, there's no point in waiting. Yeah, you can actually go under them if you time your roll correctly. I always thought it was weird right here. You couldn't jump off this platform. But whatever. No, I thought there was something there because it was colored differently.
Belina!
You made it!
It hasn't been easy.
Oh, what are you talking about? That wasn't that difficult.
My father didn't say exactly where it was, but he knew that General Scales had hidden it somewhere close.
Oh, please. I could have told you that.
I'm sure you and your little friend can find it before they do. Time is short. You must find the Spellstone.
Wow, her voice really changed between those two sentences. Well, we're gonna grab some healing. And magic, and now we're all set. Oh no, I forgot about this puzzle. Oh man. This is probably has the most difficult puzzle in the entire game. Which for the first main area, that's really saying quite a bit. Okay, first thing you want to do is get rid of all those guys, obviously. Make sure there's none others. You don't have to kill them all. It's just recommended that you do. Okay, whatever. Just forget that guy. Oh, hello. So somewhere around here you'll find a ladder. It's not randomized or anything. It just always seems like I have problems finding it. So what you got to do is take the barrel up here without getting hit by any of these jumps that are rolling down. Because if you do, this thing's going to explode. So it's really tricky. You've got to kind of watch ahead and see where... Because it kind of goes on the barrel will go on the inside and then go on the outside. So you've got to watch where it changes so you can switch from the outside to the inside. See, it's like on the inside right here, so you walk on the outside. And then you notice it was on the outside right there before it moved, so you'd move to the inside. But it is extremely difficult and extremely annoying. And obviously you can't fall off either. But see, sometimes they'll just barely hit you, which is all it takes. Come on. Okay, we made it. Good. Alright, now there's two different areas here. Where are we supposed to take this first one? I know that there's a spot where you can set it down. There it is. This little spot right here, this is actually where you can put it down instead of throwing it, so we're going to leave it right there for the time being. And figure out what we're actually supposed to be doing here. Go. And I know there was a ladder over here. Yeah, it's right there. Believe it or not, we're actually really close to the boss here. This is actually the last part of this dungeon. I still say this dungeon is more difficult with that one puzzle, trying to run up the stairs. Because if you don't know that's what you're supposed to do, you're going to be there for a while. So we're going to use the switch, and that will pull that explosive barrel up here. But before we take that anywhere, let's see what we're supposed to do next here. Okay, so we got some fire. And we've got to take it around and bring it to that crack in the wall right there. So now that we know what we're supposed to do, let's go get it. And if you mess this up, you're going to have to start all the way from the beginning. That's another reason this puzzle's annoying. There we go. Perfect throw. Get some healing. And that will lower a gate, which was right next to the thing that was shooting out the barrels at us. So it's not that bridge over there with the green flames. We'll get to that one in a minute. Now, I'm not sure whether it's easier to just fall down and climb up, or if it's easier to just go there normally, but I'd imagine just getting there normally is probably a little bit quicker, so we're going to do that. And I know this is over the 20-minute mark, but I'm just going to stop at the door to the boss because we're really close to finishing, so it'll probably be like 22 minutes, 23 at most. And there's a switch right here. And that will raise up that platform with the green lights on it. And there's a cannon. Get all you cannon the cannon. I always remember this part of the game because whenever I first played it, I was playing at like 6 in the morning, which is only 1 now. Yeah, that's the only time I had to do this was at 1 in the morning. I'm taking a break from algebra after doing half of the lesson. Because nobody enjoys trinomial factoring. Even though it's easy, I still don't enjoy it. But when I first did this, it was like 6 in the morning, and my dad, once again, was getting up early, and, you know, he was going to wake me up regardless, so what was the point? And so I had to cut the video early. But I did, like, the beginning part all the way to this, all in, like, 1 day. It was crazy. Because whenever I first started LPing, it was in the middle of the summer, so I had as much time as I wanted, honestly, you know. No homework, no school. Alright, there we go. Get this. And now we take control of another cannon. Now there's 2 things we need to blow up, the X right there and the X right there, so we're going to do just that. And whenever you blow up a wooden target, somehow it releases a platform that was in the lava. I'm not sure how. That was way too far. There we go. I just can't believe I got the first one on the first shot. That was pretty crazy. Okay. And now we're actually just going to fall down there. Yeah, you only take half a heart of damage if you fall all the way down like that, which is pretty crazy. So it's well worth the price, I think. Grab some more healing, because since I just damaged myself, we kind of need it. I'm going to enter the boss room, because the boss is frozen. It's not just going to immediately start for you, so don't worry about that. And there's our boss, and you can see he's got the spellstone right in his hand. I don't know if Tricky will say anything when you get up close. Okay, no. Well, really quickly, we're going to go ahead and do preparations here. Now, the way to wake this guy up is using the flame command, but we're going to go ahead and let Tricky at least be full, max out on the mushrooms that we can hold. If you need healing or magic, there are both in here, and they will reset. But I'd go ahead and recommend getting ready. And there we go. So it looks like we're all set. So next time on Let's Play StarFox Adventures, we will tackle on the boss and hopefully obtain the first spellstone. If I remember to actually fight this guy correctly, which I'm pretty sure I do, because he gave me a lot of grief the first time I played this game. So, see you guys then.